Hey, what is up guys, it is Silversun here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a review on the new Gravity Falls episode, The Last mabelcorn. So pretty much this episode starts off with Stanford sleeping, and then Bill goes into his dream saying, hey, you can't stop me, we're old friends and all this stuff, I'm gonna create the apocalypse someday, I've been chatting with a few people and everything, and it's gonna come eventually. So this is pretty much when Stanford calls in a family meeting, which Stanley doesn't go to because he's doing some kind of illegal stuff. And so pretty much Dipper and Mabel come in, and he pretty much says like, "Hey, do you guys know who Bill is?" and stuff like that. And then pretty much Dipper just talks to him like, "Yeah, we've met him before. We beat him like 2 times and all that stuff." And then so pretty much they're just gonna try to find a way to stop the shack from being, taken over by Bill and getting into their minds and stuff like that. But in order for them to do that, they need to get a couple of things, a couple of ingredients, and pretty much one of them is unicorn hair, which Mabel pretty much goes on because, she likes unicorns and all that stuff. So Mabel, Wendy, Grenda, and Candy pretty much all just go on this epic adventure to go and find a unicorn, and the unicorn that they find is obviously the one from the trailer and all that stuff. And I don't know, like, to me the voice, it sounds kind of familiar. It kind of reminds me of him, like the way his voice is from the Powerpuff Girls, like how it's like echoey and all that stuff. I don't know, but pretty much, and while all that's going on, pretty much, again, what happened from the trailer that we saw, pretty much Dipper's looking through the Cipher file, and they're pretty much using that brain machine thing to go into their brain and try to, block it from Bill and all that stuff. Stanford doesn't really need it because he has like a metal plate in his brain, so he's pretty much fine and stuff. But yeah, pretty much he's like just looking at the Cipher files, and pretty much this is one thing that people that we've gotten right. The whole Nightmare Realm thing, like I wasn't completely sure. I knew that he was watching them from somewhere else, other than just the regular Dreamscape and all that stuff. I knew he was somewhere else, but I didn't think it was like the Nightmare Realm and stuff like that. So I think that theory that some people came up with was pretty much true. So pretty much while that's happening, the unicorn, and I kind of know its name, but I'm not really sure. Like, it's a pretty long name, so I'm just gonna call it the unicorn. Pretty much, it tells her that, Mabel's not worthy, she's not pure of heart, and all that stuff. And so pretty much, Mabel's just sitting there, like, questioning herself, saying, like she knew that she wasn't, pure of heart, but like she knew that she was a while back and stuff like that. So pretty much she's just like sitting there like trying to come up with a bunch of good things that she's done over the years and stuff like that. And while she's doing that, pretty much Wendy, Candy, and Grenda pretty much just form a little team, and they go off and they try to do it like, a different way of trying to get the unicorn hair, which is they go to like the gnome's little hideout, kind of like it's like a little bar sort of thing, like a little hangout that they're at. And so pretty much they go there, and they pretty much just go in and use them to help them try to get the hair, the unicorn hair and stuff. So pretty much Wendy, Grenda, and Candy sneak back into the little unicorn's little house thing, and they pretty much, they're just trying to go in, and then they sneak in pretty much, and they just try to get her hair, try to cut it off themselves and stuff like that while the unicorn's sleeping. And then pretty much Mabel comes in at the last minute. She's like, "No, you can't do this" and stuff like that. It's not right. And then when the unicorn actually wakes up, she sees that Mabel has the scissors, and so pretty much she accuses her of trying to cut off her hair and saying she's definitely not pure of heart until, some other unicorns come out, and they're pretty much saying, all of it's just a lie and all that stuff. And when that happens, they pretty much realize, that they're all pretty much not pure of heart, so they all get into a little fight. Meanwhile, Dipper's still hooked up to the machine, and it's pretty much just like 15%. It's taking a while for them to, load up all his memories and all that stuff to protect him from Bill. And pretty much Ford's just sleeping, so Dipper is thinking, well, he hasn't really told me much about Bill, he's keeping a couple of secrets from me. So pretty much he tries to use the mind thing to try to find out what happened between him and Bill and stuff like that. And pretty much when he uses it, he does see like a little bit of what happened. And pretty much Bill, like, I don't know, like, I'm not sure. I think Bill might have possessed him at that 1 minute, but pretty much he just like went crazy and stuff like that. And Dipper was pretty much just like panicking, and he was doing the same thing that he was doing in the trailer. He was about to erase his memory, but then he actually did shoot him, but it hit his glasses. I think it looked like it hit his glasses, but I'm pretty sure it was just the metal plate in his head. So pretty much it just hits that, and then it ricochets everywhere, and then it pretty much just shoots the screen. And then Dibber's just like panicking. He's all scared. He's thinking that Ford's gonna like do something. He thinks that he's possessed by Bill, when really it was just him for most of the time. I think, I'm not quite sure, but pretty much he just actually tells him, and then he says like, he made a deal with Bill a long time ago and everything, which, I mean, the deal wasn't quite explained too much. Pretty much it was like Bill could like go into Stanford's mind like whenever he wanted to, in order for him to like learn more things about the universe and stuff like that. So pretty much Bill tricked Stanford like how he did with Dipper and stuff, and so pretty much he just told him, and then they're just saying, they're just thinking like, oh, I can't believe we both got tricked by him and stuff like that. And then they're pretty much just like thinking, well, we should at least be the last ones, to be tricked by him, because they're gonna defeat him together and stuff like that. And while that happens, pretty much Mabel comes back with the unicorn hair that they needed, and so they use it to, make a portal. No, not a portal. What am I saying? A little force field to, coat the shack and pretty much protect it from Bill. And and then Bill sort of sees this in his little nightmare realm kind of place, and pretty much he's just thinking, well, if they, force field the shack and stuff like that, then I'll just have to find a way to get the information from outside of the shack, and pretty much it just goes over almost everyone in Gravity Falls, like Pacifica, Robbie, all those other people and stuff like that. So yeah, we know that some crazy stuff is going to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much my review of this episode. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments below and stuff like that. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think of it and stuff like that? I'm gonna say that I feel like I liked it like a lot. I liked the beginning with the whole dream sequence with Stanford and Bill and everything. I love the little middle part or near the ending when, pretty much Bill's trying to, come up with a way to stop them and stuff like that, and try to get into the force field by other means. And when Stanford kind of got possessed by Bill and all that stuff, I thought that was pretty cool. The other stuff, with the unicorn was pretty okay. Like, it was kind of funny and stuff like that, but I was just more into it with Bill's sort of story, sort of part in the episode. But yeah, pretty much that's just it for me, guys. So until the next one, Silver Sun is out.